Night night, everyone. I'm just gonna give another 2 minutes so I can just let everyone in since as we're not gonna be um I'm having issues connecting the streaming to Facebook. Facebook has been having some issues doing that. So I'm just gonna give a little bit more time um so that everybody knows that we're not streaming on Facebook tonight.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's go. Welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. This is gonna be really quick and simple. Of course, I'm always trying to bring a little tricks to the trade, that you guys can do and implement for yourself as well. And tonight is no different. Tonight we're gonna be searching for flight deals, and I'm going to show you a particular site that I use daily to search for flight deals once they post them, and how from that I try to create a quick package together just to send out, not a group trip, just to, keep your stuff active and creating a package flight hotel together. For clients, right? Or potential clients, something that looks good. So with no further ado, we're gonna go into that. Let me stop sharing this screen so I can share my other screen. And if you guys see me looking to the left here, it's because that's where my other screen is and I'm looking there, okay? Let me just share my the screen. All right. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So, all right. So this is one of my trusty ways of finding when I don't want to use Google Flights to just
That's
do
Annie
a
Potts.
search. I'm gonna
Annie
ask
Potts, isn't it?
everybody to put their
She was the redhead
phone
in Designing
on
Women.
mute. Jana, can you mute? I'm hearing you, darling.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll just make sure everyone is on mute so that you guys can hear. All right. So as I was saying, one of my trusty sites that I use because they've already done all the work and I don't have to search, is this site, secretflying com. It's one of my favorite because they already search for the flights. So I'll just type it in back again so that you can see what it looks like. Secret Flying and secretflying.com. And you can click on it, click on it, and of course it comes up with all their flights, and they have it too by different locations. So if you want to see what they have for Africa that's going on, what's for Europe and stuff. But since as we're in the US and I'm catering to US travel, and when I say US travel, meaning departing from the US. So this would be departing from Canada and this would be departing from the Caribbean. So we're going to be doing some stuff that is departing from the US. So I'll just click on the US and it will come up every day they post deals. So it will show deals that comes up each day that they've found and they've put it out here. They also have lots of error fares sometimes that they put out here. I can tell you that personally, I've bought several tickets using what airfare that has been posted. I paid 270 to go to Paris, round trip, nonstop from Miami. I've done Bali for $450. So this is legit. This is totally legit, right? However, how you're going to use this in terms of on our travel agent side is by seeing what's on sale. So if you can see this very first one that they posted today, um, shows that they have a deal from Chicago to Madrid, Spain for 350 round trip. Doesn't that sound unbelievable? Right? Totally unbelievable.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's true. So let's click on it because once you click on it, you get to see what the deal is, what it's saying for the deal. So let's click on it. So we see Chicago to Madrid, Spain for only 350 round trip. And it tells you what airlines it's with as well, right? So tap Air Portugal. Now, what I can tell you is that when an airline does a sale or launches a sale and it's getting tractions, the other airlines will sometimes match that very deal that's going on, right? So even though this says tap Air Portugal, um, I'm going to tell you there's going to be other airlines that try to do the same deal. So let us see. They actually list all the dates that are good dates. So Secret Flying has already taken the guesswork out of it to tell us when is when actually is the time that these are good for, right? They already tell us. So they're telling you from the 20th to the 31st of October, this is a good deal for it. 20th to the 1st of November is a good deal. But in true Racquel fashion, I'm always trying to create a deal around the holidays. So the next holiday we have coming up is Veterans and Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to go down to Veterans is what? November the 11th? The 11th is
Yes.
Veterans?
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yes.
all right, so let's do the third because one to the first to the 13th is good and the first to the 12th is good, but that seems like a long time for someone to take off if they want to do a quick trip. So let's shoot for the third through to the 12th for that one. So all you have to do is click on it. And once you click on it, it shows you who has the deal going on. It shows who has the deal going on, right? So we see you see that 350 is very much there for TAP, right? And of course, TAP Airlines is Portugal's airline, so they always have a stopover in Lisbon, right? So this could be even good that you could pair, and you know how I love to pair a Europe trip. You could pair using TAP and pair going to Madrid and probably doing Portugal on the back end, right? And we've talked about and done training here before on the multi-destination, right? So we have done that before. And so you guys know I love a multi-destination. But for the purpose of doing a quick trip putting it together, finding the deal, putting it together. We're just going to keep it simple and go to this one destination, right? So we see that Iberia has a direct though for 454. That's even better to me, even though it's $104 more. But hey, that's a non-stop flight, right? And that's even better. Now, for all my agents that have been here before, who can tell me Iberia is a part of which alliance?
Ooh, I know.
Okay, come on. Tell me, tell
Because
me.
I pay attention. That's one world.
That's right. That's right. So, one world. Absolutely. So, what does that mean? Where could I specifically look to get this airline? Come on, guys. One world. Where could I go beyond a shadow of a doubt? And I know that I'm going to pull up this flight in the travel agent portal.
I want to give somebody else a chance to guess because it's kind of easy.
Thank you, Miss Vernal. Come on, Miss Audrey. Let me get you.
I think I know the answer.
You know the answer, Vanessa? Yes, go ahead.
I think it's American Airlines.
American, absolutely, absolutely. So that's where we're going to start the search. But I don't just stop there, right? Because I see it here, I still love to check my Google flights just to see if these total is coming up as well, because Google Flights is direct to a lot of stuff, right? So I'm just gonna open up my Google Flights and I'm gonna put in ORD to MAD, and I'm gonna put that departure date that they had, right? What was it again? The third? Let's see, what was the
Yes, the
date?
3rd to the
3rd
12th.
to the 13th. Okay.
Yeah, the third through to the 13th or the 12th? The 12th. The third through to the 12th. So let's pull it up here. The third through to the 12th, right? And let's do that search. And of course, we see that deal there. We see 450, we see 475, and American. So the deal is still live. Once you see it there, it is still live. So what we'll do now, I'm gonna go on to American Airlines on our agent profile, and I'm going to try to create a trip, because since as the flight is so cheap, all I have to worry about is the airfare, is the hotel, right? So I am guessing based on this low fare, I can put together a pretty low package that I can advertise. So this is not taking me a lot of work to do this, because remember, you're not searching up anything per se, trying to figure out where you want to, like normally I
How
would
many of
do
those
on
are
Google Flights.
there?
You are
13 to 15.
totally going to Secret Flying, and they do this every single day, right? That they put out these fares that is on sale, or aero fares that you can actually, you know, take the guesswork out of where you want to put a deal up for, right? So let me go into American Airlines, and we're just going to put that information in so we can see what kind of deals we can create that we can just advertise as a sale going on, and you can call it a veteran sale, or, spice it up, of course. The third through to the 12th. And let's do for 2 travelers. Uh, Going again. And we're going to do the same search on Vax. And I will also do it on Expedia tab. Yeah, I think I'll do it on Expedia tab too. All right. So actually, see, that's the same one, the same flight, right?
Okay.
So it's let's make sure. Yeah, 440, come back. Yeah. Yeah. So it's the very same flight, right? So let's now go and we'll try to find a hotel. Now, if you wanted to advertise, because remember, this is not somebody you're making this up for. You just want to advertise a package, and hopefully by the pricing, you get some clicks for that package. So you could search by price, and then you'll see what is the lowest price to the highest price, right? So the lowest price, it's $952.76 per person. So that alone tells you that the flight is that very cheap flight. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do, of course, I mean, I don't like bait and switch kind of tactics. Some people, I mean, by marketing standards, you could put out a package saying, okay, this package for 2 person is $2,000, nonstop flight from O'Hare to Madrid. And it would be true, but possibly nobody wants to stay at this location, right? So for me, I rather find a hotel that I myself would really advertise for someone to stay and then create that package. But there's totally nothing wrong if you wanted to say, you know, you can get a package for $2,500 2 person, because with this price you could add a good markup on it, right? Because that's not the typical fare. That this is a sale going on while the fare is this low. So you could add a decent markup and say $2,500. And if somebody, when you tell them what hotel it is, and they say, no, I don't like that hotel, can we get a different hotel? Then that changes the price range, right? So that's totally fair if that's something you want to do in your business. But for me, I tend to just go and find a hotel that I would actually stay at. And so if you're not sure, right, where you would stay at, then typically, when you bring this up, it shows their favorite hotel and stuff. Another thing I encourage is going with brands that you know and trust. Like, for example, a Marriott. You could go into Marriott, search for what they have in this location in Madrid, see what it is, search for the central location in that area, and then kind of pan on Google Maps to see what the hotels are around, especially if you don't know the area. Because I know the area and I want to be near to Grand Via, I am just going to put in a hotel that I know that is near that area. And I'm just going to use the AC hotel as one of this example. So I'll do the AC Hotel La Finca. And because Marriott is such a trusted brand, when you do a hotel with Marriott, and you put that stamp on it, it kind of give a better um idea of the caliber of hotel that you're choosing for the package, right? Sometimes also you don't even have to put what the hotel name is if you want to give room for changing of the hotel. You can just put like it's a 4-star hotel, the amenities if it comes with breakfast, and stuff like that, right? So you can list that this package is the airfare, hotel with breakfast, and or if you want to even throw in airport transportation, right? And just make it a rounded package. Or you could just do airfare and hotel only, right? Because it's such a good deal. So for this, let's go with as this is a couple, and so you see here, no breakfast. I always say choose hotels with breakfast because at least you know once they're in their destination, it's like an added perk and stuff for them as well. To add breakfast to this package, it's $537. That's kind of high. So I would weigh if I wanted to do it with breakfast or do it without breakfast. But for this, we're just going to choose breakfast. 537. That's very high for breakfast. But okay. So now that brings the package to $2,998.57. So let's just hit continue. And let's see if it populates. Gosh, it's taking a long time to think. So that we can see what the commission. I guarantee you the commission won't be a lot, but that's because the fare is so low, this is the opportunity to add commission. Oh, don't tell me. When American Airlines does this, it means that they're going to time out. In the meantime, let us look at VAX as well and do one for VAX with the same info so that we can compare another search engine with the pricing. What was the dates again? November 3rd through to the 12th?
Yes.
12. Okay, let's search. So we'll have both at the same time. Gosh, everything is taking super long. Okay, so the commission on this would be 173.23. You see it says the flight are no longer available. Let's look to make sure what's going on with that.
It was
Non-stop.
such a good sale that they sold out.
Yes, because people go in and book because that came out today. So and that's another thing. When the sale is so good, yeah, that is the only non-stop flight for the day. When the sale is so good, and like how we're doing for that holiday period, it would be like that. But let's see. Maybe it just timed out. That's why it did that. So it's 100, you see the commission, $173.25. So this package, just by airfare, nonstop airfare and hotel and a decent hotel, is call it $1,500 per person. I mean, it's no skin off my back to advertise this for $3,400. You know what I'm saying? But just to make sure what the other engines have the package for, we're going to search and see what they have as well. See if we find a deal on their side as well. And I'm using Apple Vacation over in VAX. So let's do nonstop. All right. And we're going to go with the main cabin. and it selected the, let's look for the same hotel, AC. Hotel La Finca. Okay. And let's see if we get the same one with breakfast. Breakfast. Okay. So same king room with breakfast. Oh, don't stop. So right off the bat, you see the price Vax has it for? 32.0380. Let's see what their commission is on that. $214.24. Are you guys seeing that?
Yes.
So which do you think is the better deal?
That one with the
Which one of
214.
the deals you would choose? Which one of the platforms would you guys book this on?
This one with the 214.
Probably. Oh, I probably do the 173 because you could mark it up if it was like 2,900.
Absolutely. You can, because
Okay.
this was only $2,998.97, while Vax had it for 32.08. Let's subtract it and see what's the difference of that, because that's what you can add over on 320380, and American Airline was 299,897. So that's $204 more that you can add on this. So you can add $204.83, or you could say I'll say 200. I'll even cut them a little slack of $4. And now my commission is going to be 300 and something dollars for just 30, call it $3,200, right? For two people. That is a steal. $1,600 per person, nonstop flight, right? Nonstop flight and staying at the Marriott, AC Marriott. Isn't that a good deal? So you could literally just advertise this, that, as of today, prices are subject to change. Always put that disclaimer. And you could have sent this out from this morning on your Facebook page, do an email blast or, whatever, that a steal. My favorite statement is a steal of a deal. A steal of a deal package for Veterans Week going to Madrid, Spain. And this is a no-brainer, because guess what? This would be $200 deposit on per person on AA, right? And I'm sure if we look on Vax, the deposit per person would be super more. Let's check it out, see what it was. Let's do checkout. Let's go all the way down. See, you see
And
what
then
the
you also,
deposit is?
so I can't see, but do you
You see,
also you tell them why supplies last, right? I mean, until it lasts, right? Or what do you
right,
say?
right. You'd put that disclaimer while supplies last, or prices are subject to change by supplier. Prices as of today's date, and you could put today's date, that this is the deal as of today. So if they didn't catch it today and they come tomorrow, if it's not available, you can say, well, that hotel or that deal is no longer available. But here's what I have. I have maybe the tickets increase, but not as much. And you could give them probably a deal for, probably it was a little bit more, depends on what's going on. So this is pretty simple, easy, that you can actually put out something every day, every single day. So you see, I wouldn't even use facts, because you see how much is this deposit? The deposit is $1,697.60, right? So I wouldn't use VAX on this, because I want to get them in with that low deposit and stuff. And they have up until September to pay it anyway, which they would have the same time in American Airlines vacations to pay it as well, right? But just that the deposit would be much lower. The deposit would be $200 per person. And this is something you can do every morning, quick and easy, by just going to Secret Flying, whatever deals they have out there, uh, just grabbing it. And of course, they have like to other places, because see, they have one from Washington, D.C. to Marrakesh. They have New York to Canada, Vancouver, Canada, and even in-state deals that you can put together as well, Chicago to Dallas. And like I say, you always know what airlines they're using, because it tells you. And based on the airlines, you can contemplate which one of the suppliers you would use, or check all 3 or 4 suppliers, so that you have a comparison on the pricing and see what it's like. Anybody have any question? Because this is a quick one tonight.
Well, you said you were going to check Expedia. Can you
Okay,
check
yes,
from the
let's
consumer side to see what our clients will be seeing?
okay, let's see what the Expedia.com. Yes, let's check what they would see. Already go into MAD. The 3rd through to the 12th. Search. And let's find the hotel.
And the website is secretflying.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's select with breakfast. Non-stop. And then another thing is that if the fare is that low, they will also have it here that low. So this is a basic economy one. So we'll select, well, let's pretend we're like the client. And so they're going to select, if they're going to take their bag, they wouldn't select this one. They would select the one that included their bag, right? So their bag, what time was the other one? 11:30. Economy. And so this is what they see their price as. You see that?
Yes.
And of
So-
course, on this side, they could add their shuttle, shared shuttle or private shuttle and all of that. So it just depends on, but I would still throw out the deal out there, because how many people are going to go and do, that kind of legwork and stuff? I'll still throw that deal out there.
Okay. It looks like you got another airline too. Did you pick Iberia the first time? Oh yeah, you did. I thought you did.
Iberia is a part of it may say British, Airways or American, but it will say operated by Iberia, because Iberia is the flight that the plane that the client would be on.
Okay. So
Okay.
would you, when you see the big difference from yours and all three, would you, as strategy wise, would you then cut your 200 markup to 100 maybe?
Yeah, or probably don't even put on any markup, because I'm just throwing out something. It's not like I'm making it you know, I probably would even just leave it as the 173, like how American had it. What did they have it again? It was 173 only was for the commission.
Right.
I would probably even leave it as how it is in American Airline. And let's see on our, and this would be the same price on our travel agent side too. So let me log off from the consumer side and log on as on the travel agent side for Expedia and see what it is that we should see the same price and see what that cost would be.
I guess because I'm new, I've been getting people screenshotting me. They do look. It's like, I'm like, you want to look or you want me to look? And it's like, it's tough. They check. It's like,
Yeah,
why even hide?
some do, but I'm doing work, So I mean, if it's somebody that, say Expedia, they saw it on Expedia and stuff, I'd say, you know what, let me see. I often say, let me check another supplier to see if they can price match. That's what I'll tell them. And I would jump, especially if they tell me they saw it on Expedia, I will jump on Expedia to just check it to see if that's the same price they get in. It's no skin off my back if it's just a flight and a hotel. I would still get commission if I book it for them on Expedia. So I would do that too. It depends on who the client is. If it's somebody if it's a reoccurring client that I have, then it's no skin off my back because they come to me all the time. But if it's somebody who is just searching and no, the penny pinching, no. So it just depends on the type of client it is, right? So let me see if on our side, on this side here, it gives us that same price. It should. It typically does. But I'm sure the commission will be like super low opposed to and another thing too is, this is what I use with them, is that if you purchase it, especially if they want to do a payment plan, I always say this. I said, sure, I can get it for you for that cost, because I can see it on Expedia and get it at that cost. I said, but you'll have to pay full. However, if you do it with my other supplier, they're able to offer you a payment plan, a deposit down of XYZ, and you do a monthly payment, and your last payment date is XYZ. Now, that changes their own narrative of, oh, well, it was 2 there and now yours is 5 more. Well, you want a payment plan. So you see how you can work that in? Because remember, in
Yes.
Expedia, they have to pay all of it one time, right? There's no payment plan for Expedia. So whatever the cost is, they have to pay it upfront. So that's another way you can relate that to the client. Sure, it is in fact cheaper. You are correct. However, you would have to pay full price all of it today. Right?
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
I'm sure we're gonna get the same price. Main cabin. Oh, don't stop. Okay, it's even a little bit cheaper. So $2,609, right? But let's see what is the, it doesn't even, sometimes this is why I don't like Expedia Tap, because sometimes when you do these deals, you can't see what your commission is.
Probably 5% anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty low. And see, it's a little bit cheaper, but now it's pretty low. And then with Expedia, you can't add the difference. Because remember, they saw it on their end for 27 something, right? But now for us, it's a little bit cheaper, but you don't have the ability to add any markup in Expedia tab. And this you would have to pay all of it one time. So there's no payment plan. So that is the difference between all of them. So this is still the winner in my eyes. Does that make sense to everybody? The logics in trying to decipher how to put it together?
Yes.
All right. Anybody have any questions?
I do. I'm sorry. I always
No,
got a
that's
question.
okay. That's
So,
what we're here
babe,
for.
I'm just trying to get your process. You wake up, you go to Secret Flying, you see what the deal is, and you just blast it out to your core email group. You don't take the time to do no fancy proposal and all of that.
No,
You just
no,
say,
this is,
hey, act now. This is quick, quick, quick. Boom. And okay. And
yep.
it works. Because sometimes it takes so long for me to make a proposal and find the
No,
pictures.
no proposal, no proposal. This is like an advertisement. You find I find this morning. I type up a little spiel on my Facebook thing. Steal of a deal. Uh, Chicago to Madrid. X dollars it costs. The date. What's included? Airfare, hotel with breakfast. Um, and that's it.
I'm glad you
Ho-
asked that question.
yeah, that's it. Now, if somebody wants, and of course, you put in your information, contact me, and you put your booking link there and stuff in the message, right? Or your email, or however you put for them to contact you, right? And then once they contact you, whether it be by call, like someone called me today this morning about this deal. Oh, is it only leaving from Chicago? I said, let me check. Where are you? They're in Florida, of course. I said, let me see if they have the same deal coming from Miami. And I did. I went in and I checked the date. Let's see. They had the same deal, not too much more, for 440 non-stop, same thing, right? So the price wasn't that much different. So I was able to tell her, you know what? I can do the price, and I put it up a little bit and gave her a price. So now I'm waiting on her to tell me if she wants to do this. Time is of the essence. I can't guarantee you that tomorrow it will be there, but this is what it is today. If you want to book it, we can do it tonight. That's it.
Fabulous. So
And
I could
tomorrow
make,
I will go in and look. It may be still available tomorrow too. So it's just for these, it's a day by day basis, right? but
So
you've
I can
gotten it
make a
out.
Canva thing called Deal of the Day and just change the numbers every day in the place. And they'll go to
Absolutely.
look for that. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Love that idea. That was great.
I was just
Awesome.
about to say that that's an awesome idea.
Vanell got all the great questions and answers.
Girl, I'm hard to understand, as my grandma says.
I'm the
I
same
have
way. No, I think I overanalyze and I get stuck. And
Yeah.
you ask the right questions. So
Yeah, this is no-brainer stuff. This is like, like you see something and you say, like you're driving and you pass and you see that little flyer says, whatever they're advertising, and you say, "Oh my God!" And all it has is what they're selling and the
yeah.
number. It's kind of like that kind of ad for you guys.
I think after all the training though, what it is you're like, okay, I got to make this whole proposal and all that other stuff. And even though we have those ideas from Canva and all that other stuff, it's kind of stuck in my head to do it one way. So these meetings are good because, like I said, Vernell asked a really great question and you gave the answer. So, it makes us think more.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what these webinars are for. I like these kind of webinars because, it helps us to think outside the box. Because as you said, in the training, you're thinking, okay, I have to put up a proposal. You shouldn't be doing all that work until somebody wants to buy something. If they're not wanting to buy something, haven't given you a booking inquiry, telling you where they want to go, time, blah, 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 all that nice stuff, you shouldn't be doing all that extra work. This is just advertising something so that it keeps your page busy as well, right? Because you already have branch up on your page, but you still want other things that you're doing, fairs, sale fairs. Because remember, branch up doesn't advertise sale fairs. All it's doing is cruising stuff. So if you're into cruising alone, well then yes, that would be good for you. And even so, too, you would want to advertise whatever sale is going on the cruise, which that's going to be my next training, showing you a site similar to Secret Flying that you can find last minute cruise deals that you can advertise as well, just the same.
I'll be there.
Yes. We'll be there.
That's going to be my training for next month.
I'll be right there.
All right. So
But I
any
need the
other
flights to get
questions?
to the cruise. So
All right. Any other questions? If not, that's our training for our webinar for tonight. And that will be it. Any other questions?
No, that
no,
was great.
thank you.
All right. Awesome. All right, guys, you have a good night and we'll see you on the Facebook group page.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. Good night. Good night.
Good vacations to y'all.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Right.